the Bonnie, and they'll do that right now. Get the final bits of damage. Overkill, maybe, but it doesn't matter to Navi because they are your EMEA champions for the monthly finals of April. Fantastic stuff from Navi. Their first ever monthly final win in the EMEA region. It has been 2 years since they've last won a monthly final, maybe a little bit less, but still a very, very long time for a team that was pretty much uncontested in their previous region. It is a statement for them. Welcome to the new era of Navi.
A historic moment, no doubt about it. One that Navi will not be forgetting for many years to come, it is safe to say. I mean, what a just complete and utter chaotic day when it came to the scorelines, but that, for a grand finals, was one of the more convincing we've seen all day, and I think that says a lot as to how much Navi wanted this today. And when you look back at how their year has been as well, the amount of preparation that they clearly put in today, it showed full force. I mean, it was so apparent that they were just a notch up of everyone else, and they've earned it. Absolutely so. Great for them. Couldn't be happier for them. And it has been, let's be honest, a long time coming.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. You know, it's been, what, 12, 11, I think, 10 or 11 monthly finals they've participated in the EMEA. Maybe even more. And it's the first one they finally win. They've always been there, you know?
Yeah.
But never quite been there. And this time around, they will claim victory. Again, stats-wise, I mean, it looks better on the side of SK Gaming, but getting a kill is not the same as getting a high-impact kill. And getting kills with the right timings and the right positions and with your teams being able to really capitalize. You need kills that create opportunities. And Navi today have truly excelled at that. Getting the kills that provide the most value so that you can capitalize, that you can complete the objective at hand. Angel Boy is going to be your MVP for today.
Take the sum up, Teddy. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, really, for Navi, isn't it? But I think it's worthy MVP.
Someone.
I know. It was one of the best moments of the world, wasn't it? Really, really was. But I think it sums it up perfectly, really, for Navi, because they have just always been that little bit short. But today was not that day, and they really have proven themselves and everybody else. I mean, there was no doubt about it. Navi Nation was always, backing them. But regardless, what a day. After you're watching from the sidelines, got to bring it back around to you, man. Like, how was that to watch?
I mean, it was kind of what I expected to see, man. I think Navi came out with a new fire underneath them, but the same, they're Navi, man. They're playing their game. They're feeling it. And like I said, coming into this finals, I was like, I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win emphatically. And they did. So not surprised here whatsoever. I am surprised that we're here in the finals watching Navi versus SK. But after the table was set, I got to admit, Navi, they're just playing something different, man. There's something in the air right now for 2023 that has Navi on it. You mentioned that they haven't won a monthly final in how long? A couple of years?
It's
So they had
over a year, yeah.
Yeah. For EMEA, they've never won a monthly finals. For ECA, they were pretty much consistent, in their region, pretty much every single month, if my memory is not mistaken. But they have struggled ever since.
Yeah. So this is an awesome way to sort of bounce back. SK Gaming also, I mean, bouncing back, finding themselves in the finals. Obviously not the finals performance that they would like to put up, but they took down their opposition in Zeta Division, which is the number one, the team to look after. And they beat up their opponent in semifinals as well. And so SK Gaming, like I said, I mean, this is not their finals performance that they would have liked to have, but certainly you leave here feeling some type of way in the positive. Absolutely. So Navi, do what they needed to, Teddy. What's the biggest difference maker here for Navi in your eyes?
I think they learned how to draft. which sounds
which
like
is interesting.
this. But for a long time, dude, I swear to God, it felt like they did not know what they were like meant to be doing in the draft. They've been improving steadily, but this time around, I thought they had the best draft throughout today, which to me is crazy to say that about Navi, that, you know, typically would have the worst drafts.
Certainly something to experiment with, but experimentation leads to some good things, and here Navi find themselves very, very comfortable as your number 3 team, trailing by less than 30 points to Reply Totem's number 2. Zeta Division clearly still number 1, but don't forget, folks, Zeta Division and Reply Totem both knocked out in the quarterfinals this time around, Arc. Not only do we see Navi, we see Foot up there at 134 points, and SK Gaming certainly have a couple more points still off of the top 8, but I'm going to figure out just how many points they have.
It's been a big shift up, hasn't it? And kind of what we hoped for on some level coming into this month. We wanted to see this region be blown wide open, because when you get to that kind of halfway mark of the year, you really want to see just like the tables get turned, and especially as a lot of teams as well maybe disbanded along the way, or some roster movements as well, having shifted then not just the action that we see, but also the points on the leaderboards and the teams that are competing. It's very refreshing, isn't it? Just when you thought that you knew all that Zeta Division were going to have just a clear run, Navi come along and SK come along, and all these other greats we've been waiting to see really evolve into full form. It's just fantastic. EMEA really is the gift that keeps on giving.
Worth noting, SK Gaming with 102 points in total. So shout out to them trying to join the rest of the pack. This is the way the rest of the world looks. At the moment, if we were to cut it short and go directly to Worlds, we would have Crazy Raccoon, that's Chatampo and the boys up from East Asia. EMEA would be repped by our top 3. Over in NA West, it's Dogwalkers. In NA East, it's Tribe Gaming. And then South America East has Zest on top of the crop. Still got to figure out what mainland China is doing and how well they're handling things. But at the moment, things are spicy in the EMEA region for sure. That third spot being put up for Navi is, well, very interesting. That said, we also have our Lance Chance qualifiers, and these are the squads that we might get a chance to see over there. Arc. When it comes down to the LCQ race, a lot of interesting teams here that are just on the cusp of being household names. Who do you think has the best chance outside of North America to make their mark on the BSC?
Just start with the small questions, F-Dodge, you know what I mean? I've got to say, North America for me has always been a region that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching, and this year has been just nothing short of a spectacle. I think Murmurs have really been doing so much in that region for me. I think Dogwalkers as well, really, really shining through. Obviously, SCMN and Tribe have dominated for so long, and now we're seeing a lot of these underdogs really showing us all their worth. But South America as well, I think they've got to keep a bit of an eye on them. Raconic Esports obviously with a big pickup this month, and don't take your eyes off EMEA. Dogs to Lobster, this could well be the year that we do see them, really just strive for greatness. Every region brings something to the table, and not to discount any, but you did ask the question, I've got to go with my fave, so you put me on the spot.
Gotcha. I respect it, man. Well, you know what? I made you do the tough stuff. Now, time for you to do the fun stuff. Play of the day coming at you. Arc, talk us through the top play of today.
I mean, there's been genuinely so many, and but this was one of my personal faves. I've got to say, I've never seen this happen at all before in Knockout. But if you keep an eye on Philip on the left-hand side here, gets so much value from this early outset burn onto Blacksea, and it's a super that follows up as well, juggling his tasks between Javi there and Boss, and then the burn down there, and pop, and then Boss just hesitates to pop, but nonetheless, he pops too. A triple takedown in Knockout with Amber with the burn. Wonderful stuff, and just really, really impressive to see.
Beautiful. I mean, that's the type of precision that we want to see when it comes out of some of these oddball select, when we see these brawlers being chosen. Got to pick my words carefully there for sure. As everything getting shifted, but a number of good plays throughout the day, without a doubt, and a number of good players as well. We've got Navi sitting by for a good chance at a chat.
Kill from the grave there as well. MMA, it's good to see you. How are you doing, my friend? It's been a while. Your smile has been very, very prominent today, and for good reason. It's a very, very historic moment for you guys. I'm going to ask the most boring of questions. How does it feel?
Yeah, feeling so great. I can say something like sorry for my bad English, but I can say some weird words. But anyway, our team right now so happy, so I can answer on your all questions.
Dude, you've got great English. Don't worry about it, my friend. I've heard your interviews before. They were on point. I want to talk a little